When you are paying people for goods and there are no exceptions, you withhold 3%. If you are paying people for works, so you've got a carpenter, he's nailing some things here and there, we call it works, you withhold 5%. And if you are paying for general services, you withhold at 7.5%. These payments do not generally mean that is the only tax the person should pay. So for instance, by the end of this month, 30th April 2025, people that earn income for the year 2024 are expected to complete a return, file the return usually through a GRA portal on the internet, and tell Mr. Commissioner General, God blessed me with life in 2024. I got some money. This is the money I am reporting to you, and this is my consequent taxes. So the withholding tax that people would have deducted from you, you can use that to deduct the amount of tax that you need to pay to the government of Ghana. If you've underpaid, you top up. If you've underpaid, you write a letter and you collect your money back. So let me pause here for you to address. But the key point is, recall I said, when you talk about withholding tax in Ghana, you should be thinking of two broad categories. Everything I've described so far is withholding tax on income. There is also withholding tax on VAT. So let me quickly explain that and then we can explore further. It got to a point in our life as a country, we thought we needed to address VAT fraud. What is VAT fraud? Sule does work for me. I tell Sule, I would only deal with people that are VAT registered. How do I know that Sule is VAT registered? He must be giving me a VAT invoice. When I buy from him. I have a policy that I only deal with people who are VAT registered and can give me VAT invoices. Sule says, Abeko, I like your business. So even though he doesn't have a VAT invoice, he goes to the next shop. Oko, mame, VAT invoice, when I'm going to project. The person gives him the money. That document is a value document. Sule collects the money plus VAT and doesn't remit the money to the government of Ghana. Because he's not even registered. And he's going to collect from Co and collected the money. So what did the government do? The government says that, okay, to address some of this VAT fraud and the various non-compliances, when Sule invoices me and I am a designated, remember when I was talking about graphic, I didn't use the word designated, I only said an employer. For VAT, you must be specifically designated. If I am a designated VAT withholding agent or withholding VAT agent, what I need to do is that when I am paying Sule, I will withhold 7%. So that if Sule even gets the remaining and it doesn't send it to the GRA, at least the state has gotten 7% out of the total VAT that would have potentially been lost. So Sule, going forward, anytime somebody says withholding tax, we need to ask a fundamental question. Are you talking about withholding income tax? Or are you talking about withholding VAT? With withholding income tax, you are not appointed specifically. The law appoints you automatically. That whenever you are paying somebody and you meet certain conditions, and I said there were certain exceptions, you would have to withhold. Whilst for the withholding VAT, you must be specifically appointed. And when people invoice you and certain conditions are met, you withhold 7%. So in brief, we've talked about corporate income tax. We've talked about personal income tax. We've put both of them under the category of taxes on income and property, which in my church example, it is like the tithe because they are based on income. But so far, I have not defined income.
For more news, please visit our website, graphic.com.gh, or follow us on Facebook at Daily Graphic and on YouTube and Twitter at GraphicGH.
Subscribe now.